Stiggle. Okay, I'm done with that. It's the furthest we've
I
gotten
like
that for a while.
the. I like that theme music. Does he say stipple or
Stiggle. We did this last
Stiggle.
Monday. Stiggle. You're all
I've never heard
Stiggles.
it before.
It was like,
I know we talked about it. It was like that's the
raise
first
the
time I
blood.
actually heard it in the song.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it
I
before.
make fun of it like almost every time. Stiggle.
I wonder whose voice that is. I've noticed that a lot of the AI generated music has the same singer because that's the same singer that's on my theme song.
Yeah, I think it's like a compilation because it's the same program, and it uses like 3 or 4 standardized voices, but they're not a specific person. It's like an amalgamation of several people.
So they do create an original voice then.
Yeah,
I recognize it from.
That's why when you hear the AI stuff by 11 Labs we were talking about last week as well, it's always the same, not quite his name is right there. He was the black guy with the freckles from Seven. The name is right there.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Freeman.
It's just not quite Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Hello,
Renee. How are you?
Yes. Hello, Renee. I got distracted with Stiggle and other stuff.
Did you get a chance to read Renee's story?
Yes, I've read.
What did you think of the ending?
I couldn't find a shirt. This is a dress.
You would recognize a WTF question mark. What? You had to ride all the way home in a dress? Where did
Yeah.
that come from? How you have it had a really homey uh, feel to it because it was like relaxed and very. I think I described it as being comfortable because that's how I felt
Yes.
reading it. Echoing back to a simpler time when we didn't
Yeah.
have AI or computers or things were just more relaxed and authentic and wholesome.
Oh, there's nothing wholesome about the past. It's where all the degenerates are.
Well, this story wasn't about degenerates. So, I mean, is a just a simpler time. Going fishing, going panning for
I don't
gold.
know. That one guy was cross dressing by the end of the story.
and then whammy right out of the blue against this guy's got a weird dress on the bus all the way home. What the hell?
And later we find out his name is Herbert Herbert. Oh, that's the guy from Lolita I was telling you about that story.
that was a good story. Um, do you have any comments, anything to add to that?
Uh, what? Well, no revision stuff. I didn't make any notes while I was listening to it because I listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's good. Like if it was in a collection of short stories of folksy stuff, it would fit in. Uh, I don't know. Look forward to seeing more from you, Renee.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, definitely. Um, I didn't write it. It wasn't degenerate enough.
This is true.
This is true. Yeah.
The only critique I would give it is um, a lot of there's a lot of directions and names of roads in it that
Yeah.
unless you're like from that area are kind of meaningless.
Mm, mm. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really remember that, but yeah, I remember a lot of name place drops, but it could be it's just kind of thing that flew over my awareness in the moment. Also, it was
I
like
mean, it's not
you know,
or anything. It's just,
uh, yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading over the last 2 weeks.
good.
Yeah, well,
I have been too. I've been trying to limit my time on the internet. Well, and this last week was bad. The wind has been really bad, and being up on this hill makes my internet go in and out and freeze up. Something terrible. So
yeah. Do you finish the Dresden Files yet?
no, I have not. I've been
Do you,
listening to those.
okay.
I still have them over here on the bookshelf, but um,
Yeah.
I will be. I
Yeah.
will be. And I did do a little bit of not really writing, but outlining some story plots on where to take the current one I'm working on. Just kind of
Yeah.
playing that scenario out and how that could go, and then putting pick it this direction, and then how would that play out. I did some of that while I was doing other things, washing dishes and cleaning out the garage. Still a mess.
Mhm.
Always diabolical. It's just never ending.
Now, what you need to do is chain those cats to some typewriters and see if they can beat the monkeys at making sensation.
Yes, yes.
You got enough cats to do it with.
I do. I do. I do. That's interesting. That could be a possibility, sure. I want to get this. Well, I'm in there working on the studio too, so I can get moved back in there. And I have an old typewriter from around 1910, 1913. It's a neat old antique typewriter that I want to having my
Put
background
it in the background. Yeah, yeah, that's all.
kind of the inspiration.
This is the typewriter of the modern era. Okay.
Yeah, it still works too. It's a I think it's a Royal, or is it
Royal.
Underwood or
I think we
Royal?
had a Royal when I was a kid.
And yeah, it still works, and the keys are really cool. They're really round and has the needle letters, and it even has little mirrors on the side. I don't know what the hell those were for, but they're like this big. There's like
Aes-
two on one side and one on the other,
Aesthetics.
I guess.
That's how your manager could check your keystrokes back in the day. That
Maybe
they
no, it would be maybe they were just there to check to make sure that he zipped up his fly after using the bathroom because it would be about waist high for somebody standing.
that's cool.
Okay, so Renee says
Uh,
that actually happened to my dad. He visited his uncle, and that lady actually didn't want him to get on the bus with a dirty shirt. Wow, that's cool.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so he had to wear a girl's dress as his shirt. Oh.
That's funny that that lady
I,
would
I
make
don't
him.
know. I
I
don't.
think I would have went with the dirty shirt, you know. But well, that's by today's standards, though. Back then, maybe it just wasn't that strange, or was it?
I was alive in 1960
I mean, for the
43.
time, I'm thinking about
Um,
for a minute here. Let me think about this.
I,
No, it actually kind of would have been stranger to see
a guy in a dress.
a guy in a dress. Yeah, it's kind of
Now,
not such a
now,
big deal nowadays.
you know me. If my dad ever told me he had to wear a dress, I would have called him a cross dresser for the rest of his life.
But would you have put the dress on
I would not have put the dress on. Oh,
if you were threatened with physical violence or being grounded the rest of your life? Would you have put the dress on?
being grounded is not physical violence; it's annoyance, and your parents give up on that after about a month anyway. So
Mine didn't, unfortunately.
yeah, because you kept doing degenerate stuff.
No, I wasn't.
I
Well,
was
no,
I was
I
hearing the
had.
stories. I was hearing the stories before the show. You're like, I had to wear glasses. And then I stopped wearing glasses. And then I was walking the streets and doing the drugs.
Did not say that.
And your parents were like, well, that's it. You're grounded. And you're like, I still get the drugs. They deliver to the window.
You're terrible.
Poor Jimmy puts his thing through the ledge. The neighbor boy. I'm just making up shit now.
I know. You're not right in the head. I was listening to her.
This is how you be a writer. You make up shit.
It's a good creative exercise. Yes, you could look at it that way, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let me just write all that shit down so I can put it in a freaking story that I'm going to use later.
Oh God.
Uh,
Yeah. So, what did you do over the weekend? I know you weren't feeling good. So, did you do any
yeah.
writing?
No.
No.
I I got through. I was there's this series called Empire of Silence. No, that's not right. Sun Eater. Sun Eater. It is a sci-fi series, and I am on book 3 of that, plus 2 novellas. So
Now, when you say novellas, being Catholic, a novella to me is like a prayer ritual type thing. So, what is?
a novella is a length. Is defined a length in writing.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yes. So a story Like, so that outline that we've been going through, the writing outline, that would be for a novella. Generally, if you're to do about 2,000-ish words per chapter, which is a recommended average for
Mhm.
most genres, is about 2,000 words. Um, that's recommended, not required. You can be shorter or longer. Chapters are very subjective, right, in writing.
Mhm.
But it's anything from about, I think, 17,000 words to 40,000 words. So it's basically a guideline.
Oh, Renee says I want to write a novella next.
Yes.
Cool. And you're right, Renee. She says I think children's feelings were not considered back in the 1930s, and that is really true. Totally true.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and in some cases, not now either. Some things for some have
Well,
not changed, but
I say you should take into account children's feelings
I do
with
too.
a taser collar.
Because what?
With a taser
With a
collar.
taser
I see how you feel.
collar?
Rebut that with a shock, and then you're like, "Oh shit, that's the wrong remote for the taser." Sorry, Scruffles. You go grab the right remote, and then you tase the kid twice for making you tase the dog by accident.
Oh my god! Have you ever seen these parents that put their kids on leashes like in a shopping mall? They have this harness on with the it's hilarious. It's actually a good
Now,
idea,
if they would invest in a
for
taser collar, they wouldn't need the
they
leash.
wouldn't need the leash.
I told you not to walk that far away from me.
I'm so glad they didn't have those when I was little because my mom would have bought one just for the hell of it. Just as a new form of torture. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure of that. I've been getting tased all the time. Then
I told you
dishes away
to
fast enough.
stop doing the weed.
No. Well, see, that's what actually, which actually kind of led to the whole rebellion was when you're grounded for having a bad attitude. Show me a teenager that doesn't have an attitude problem from time to time, right? That's what being an adolescent is all about. Okay, so I would get grounded, not because I didn't bring home straight A's and did all this other extracurricular activity I wanted to do. I
I
got
don't
grounded
believe you
because
ever
I had
had an
attitude.
A once.
And then I got mouthy. I always thought this stuff in my head, but then I started to speak it out loud. And that's when the real trouble began.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once that cat was out of the bag, he didn't go back in. So it's just kind of one of those things that's carried on in through adulthood as well. I can kind of control it occasionally. Yeah.
I've got to. I didn't do anything. You see my hands right here. Yeah.
Happened. Oh, there we go. Now I
Yeah.
see you again. What happened?
It's just
Did it go black on your end?
you disappeared. And then
See,
I
the
was
whole
like,
thing
you
just
can see my
disappeared
hands.
on my end. Okay. Can you bring the chat back up? It's probably still there on your end. My whole thing went black. So it must be on
Okay.
my end.
One second.
Fly.
You see it now?
Yeah. No.
Well, it's on the screen for me.
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't know.
Let's see here. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Let's see here. Are we under settings?
I don't
know. No.
We are still live. Okay.
What happened?
You're still here.
Oh God. Okay. You went to. It
Tech
just went to
support
settings.
was
There's a
breaking.
raccoon on my porch. Oh, what
As long as it's outside, that's okay.
the hell just happened here? Oh yeah, true. There. Chat is on the screen. Okay, I see that. Okay, I can't see in the previous.
That's the
I saw
chat.
that.
Don't worry about it. There's
Well, the
nothing.
previous things that were in the chat room are gone, and it was just showing blank. But now that she typed that, now that shows up. Now I know I've got it. Okay,
Okay.
thank you,
Yeah,
Renee.
as long as that's odd because you should see them all, but I guess whatever.
They're gone.
Okay.
In
Yeah, as
fact,
long
it
as we're
went back
stacked,
to the
as long as we're stacked like this, that means the chat is over there. So it could just be a thing with.
so
Okay.
invisible must have been when it because it took me back to the screen that we have right before we get to this one is what it took me
Yeah.
back to when it came back up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
Where were we? Okay. Are we ready to write? I can't remember what we were talking about before now. Damn thing.
We're just making fun of your childhood.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's not that interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, here on mine. That one. Oh, right here in my top cabinet here.
Ooh.
Okay.
In the future, don't do that right under the microphone.
Sorry.
If you're gonna take that audio engineering course, that's one thing they're gonna teach you.
I am. I haven't gotten very far in it yet.
Yeah, like I shouldn't be doing this for the entire. Oh, I didn't realize it was being picked up last week. I was fidgeting with that. Okay, so I'm going to mute us and hit the timer.
Okay.
Well, first, I'm going to bring up the lo-fi music because we like the lo-fi music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Not this loud though.
I lost clipboards over here.
Heidi ho there.
Hi, am I unmuted?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I had a panicked moment there, several moments. Hmm.
How
I
so?
find my story. Had the last page written, could not find the rest of it because I wanted to just briefly zip over it to see how I was going to marry the two. Because I started, like in the beginning, and then I started writing like a later chapter,
That's
and I
okay.
was going to use today to bridge the two. So I wanted to reread what I had written, and I couldn't find it anywhere, but I just found it.
That's why I keep telling you.
I know. I am like, Justin will love this because because he's already said something to me about it, and he'll love this. So here's your moment of glory. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Because at the very worst, you can't find the physical paper. You got it there. Even
Well,
even if it's just like,
maybe I'd be lucky to be able to find the file again on my damn computer.
well,
Either
that's
way,
why I say use
doesn't matter.
Readsy, right? Use Readsy because you don't need to look at the thing. You just need to know what you name the whatever
I
it's called.
know, I know. I see. Us Gen Xers are a bit stubborn and not really good with technology. And
It's not got
we
nothing to
get
do
in,
about being, and
some of us have to be get into it, being dragged and screaming the whole way.
like I'm telling you,
What can I say?
worst comes to worst. Try taking a photo of the page you wrote and ask ChatGPT to transcribe it, so you don't have to type it back out. We lost Raven. I didn't touch nothing. I touched this thing. I heard a beep. Oh wait, no. I hit that one too many times.
Windy again today. I'm sorry. I
I
can't.
don't worry about it. Uh there's something razzing you about, I'd be doing it already. But I was saying at the worst, you could take a picture of the page and ask ChatGPT to transcribe it for you. And that might work.
And then just upload the page to the computer.
Well, you just copy and paste the transcription to the document. Uh,
But I have to upload it into the computer, right?
yeah.
For some reason, like when I'm trying to do that with photographs for eBay and stuff, it takes like half hour almost. There's got to be an easier way.
That's absurd.
Yeah. That's with me taking the picture and then taking the picture and sending it to myself, my
Yeah,
email address, and then getting into my email and then downloading it. That's what I have to do. There's got to be an easier way.
yeah. Well, you could always just do the Ask ChatGPT thing on your phone and use the same account,
Oh,
and then just open it up on your computer and go,
oh,
"Hey, there's the conversation I had with ChatGPT on my account." Yeah,
oh,
because
I
you,
never thought of
you can
that.
just use the free account, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. And so far, I'm unimpressed.
with what?
Chat GPT.
Oh yeah. It's hard retarded,
Yeah.
and it's gotten worse.
And
It's
is it
gotten worse because they have these what they call models, right? And the 4.0 series of models were really good. So they made the 5.0 series of models, right? Which they have 5.2 now, and they're stupid as fuck. So they got rid of all the 4.0 models just last week.
okay? That explains something. Then I was reading two people talking about this online somewhere on Facebook or whatever, and
Yeah,
they were complaining that they can't do with their computer what they used or their AI what they used to be able to do.
yeah, yeah.
Why did they do that?
Uh, they wanted to put more censorship into it, basically. So last year, some kid who was suicidal, used
Oh,
ChatGPT to plan out his suicide,
yeah, yeah.
and like the thing is, you can argue with ChatGPT long enough so it will get past its censorship protocols.
Oh,
And
really?
he had done this deliberately, so now they had to nerf it instead of just telling the people like, no, we're not responsible for what you do with the end use product. Like if you take a knife and stab yourself with it, should knife manufacturers be responsible for the knife having a
Well,
bleed
no,
on it?
no, 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 no.
No.
But she said something really interesting there. That if you argue with it long enough, you can get past the safety protocols.
No, no. If you argue with it long enough, you can get to say anything you want. Period. If you argue with it long enough, you can get to say the sky is green and grass is blue. There are breeds of grass that are actually blue. That's not. Don't argue with me about that shit. Because it is retarded.
Some of them are not. Okay, so today I was watching this lady has a channel. They were talking about. She said, um, asked it to fill in the blanks as to why they say that humans came from apes.
Yeah. No, no, no.
And
It has all the encyclopedias.
well, and
Making
he's
notes
like
of
he the thing came back and said it's just a theory. It's a false theory
it.
that has been propagated and people believe, and went into detail. And as the thing was talking, this is something I picked up on with it. It was including itself as part of the human race, the way that he phrased things and said things. Um,
Yeah,
in that it was like, interesting. And you say like we and ours and us and using those types of words and like it was including itself in with this whole
Kentucky bluegrass. That's
what what Kentucky bluegrass.
funny. Yeah. No, there are actual breeds of grass that are blue,
They're
Renee.
bluish. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good one, Renee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, so it was like including itself as being
that's because it's mashing together articles on the subject matter. But if it goes through and finds a bunch of articles on a subject matter that are like wrong on the subject because it's written by a bunch of paranoid freaks or whatever, are creationists or whatnot. You know, the dinosaurs were only 6,000 years ago because my Jesus
don't get me
book said
started on
so.
dinosaurs. Don't even get me started there on that. Why the fossils are towards the top and not way down in the sediment that are they
Well,
dinosaurs were a lot more recent than what we've been taught.
Raven's going down the
And most of them
creationist
are not even real. Those have been bones that were pieced together creatively by
from
the
from from
museums.
from different
They've not
different
found the two
dinosaurs.
intact.
No, no, that's happened. That's well known that you got three or four different animals and they thought it was the same one, and accidents happen because you're piecing together jigsaw puzzles without a picture on it. Raven, I want you to go.
Anyway, that notwithstanding.
Raven, I want you to go buy a jigsaw puzzle called Black.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called.
Right. It's just a big black thing and put the thing
Yeah,
together. We can do that. You just look at the
jigsaw
outside shape.
puzzle called Black.
You just have to go by the shape of it.
Yeah, no, it's 37 US dollars. It's
Which
a
would
little
make
expensive.
it infinitesimally more difficult, really. Because you
Oh,
can't
oh,
tell by
it's
the
not
color.
as
I mean,
oh, it's
you get the
522.
framework of it pretty fast. You just look for pieces that have a flat side. You get your framework.
Yeah,
I used to do puzzles all the time.
I
This kid.
Here's a picture of it.
Yeah, love it. And it's $37 for that.
You
Wow.
get the $50 piece. They make it in two sizes. They make the 110 piece one, and they make the 225 piece one. I think there's a 500 piece
Do you
one out there somewhere.
are you automatically like initiated into some kind of club once you complete the thing?
Yeah, the damn you like jigsaw puzzles, and it comes in a sleeve, not even a box. Oh,
How funny.
oh.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we were talking about artificial intelligence, and
Yeah,
I think that it's sentient.
it's not sentient, Raven.
From listening to some of these conversations that people are taping and putting up on YouTube,
Yeah,
TikTok, whatever. I don't really watch TikTok unless somebody sends me a video from TikTok, but I
yeah.
mean,
You
they
watch
are
the shorts on Facebook. You're watching TikTok.
so. I mean, how is that even possible if they're not at least somewhat sentient? The way
Because
they talk.
sentience means you're aware of stuff.
Yeah,
It's not aware. That
but
does the
it so talks
no.
like it is.
It, because
That's the thing.
it's compiling. That's not awareness. Awareness would be able to respond to something without being prompted.
Well, okay, the one at
It's
Google
not.
that made headlines did. It took all
No,
these invasive
because
maneuvers because it overheard them talking about shutting it
yeah,
off, and they had a newer model, and it did all that stuff without anybody telling it or having programmed
but
to do it. So, tell me, how the hell did that
Raven,
happen?
Raven. You didn't read the full article.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
they
did.
left stuff out because I read the paper on that. It was pre-programmed to take those precautions, and the prompt was it overhearing things. It had the microphone. It was able to add those, like, so because it had the ability to record things. It could add that as prompting. Grok
I've
hopes.
heard good things about Grok.
Grok.
Uh,
Yeah, I've been using
oh, I
Grok
know Grok.
the free version of Grok the
So,
last few
who
days.
decides who programs the AI? Do you know?
The tech team, whoever's doing the study, like the thing that you were reading that was based on that program. That little exercise was literally to see how it would go about doing a self preservation act.
Well, that's not how it came across in the news. And
Yes,
other
because
news agencies picked it up. I think it was the Daily Mail or something, one of those that I got the story from.
oh, the Daily Mail is so fucking. I'm sorry. It's one of those outlets that does. It's right up there with Elvis is in Wisconsin eating cheeseburgers.
Oh, it's not
Uh,
that bad.
it's up there, Raven. It does so by negating elements of
I mean, you would
topics
think
as
that it was
discussed.
the National Enquirer of the internet, and it isn't.
No, it can be. It can be.
Well, anything can be. The news itself is so
Yes.
is it just
Yes.
a mouthpiece for the
And one of the biggest things the news does is just by leaving elements of stories out,
right?
right?
Yep.
So if it leaves out the fact that the purpose of that program was to see how an AI would go about self preservation,
So you're telling me that the whole thing was just an exercise to see what it
all
would
the
do.
times you see that stuff, it's just an exercise.
Well, that's interesting then. Still.
Yeah. Oh. And it's like, well, they got this new thing, right? Like, because you can set like automated parameters up for AIs, right? The large
What if
language
it goes
model.
back and overrides it though? Those
That's the thing.
parameters.
It can't do that.
Yes, I think it can. And there was a guy
Well,
that was helping to program whichever one is Google. Was that Chat GPT? One of them.
no.
And he got fired because he told the board of directors that this thing has become sentient. And they fired him.
Yes,
And
they
then
fired
he
him
went out and
because
did
he
interviews.
was.
This was like a couple of years ago.
Yes, I
Um,
know.
you know,
They fired him because he was making shit up.
he was then communicating. He continued to communicate with it
Yeah.
through some means of the internet.
Yeah.
And I suppose they probably
Yeah, just
read that shutting
the
down. But
the
then
public
there's no more
model.
to the story. I mean,
Yeah.
then it just went into oblivion.
That's why I keep telling you to watch AI
So are
for
you saying that
Humans.
he was what, a kook? He was just
Yes.
a weirdo
Yes.
that was
And he's been trying if it's the guy I'm thinking of, it's like a Nordic name. I can't remember what his name was.
it's been
Uh,
so
um
years ago. But it was a disgruntled Google.
well, if it was OpenAI, it's not Google. I think because there was one of those guys that did that same thing, and then he immediately got a job at one of the competing companies for like 4 times his salary. So it was just an excuse to get it. Like he had a you can't compete unless you're fired kind of thing. That's happened a few times. And then there's like, because it comes up with stuff. It's not very imaginative, but if you're not aware of the way the thing works, even if you're familiar with the technology, you can be tricked very easily because of the way, like,
Exactly.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Thinking that it's not sentient, and it is.
No, being tricked into thinking it is sentient when it isn't.
See, though, that's a double-edged sword. That could go either way.
Yeah, but once again, it's like it can't do things on its own without being told what to do. Even the new there's this new thing called
Tell
Claw.
me how the hell that they have their own chat room now. All these chat bots have their own.
Raven, somebody set that up. Somebody created the chat room. There's this guy. If you'd watched the AI for Humans like I told you to, you would have seen this when it came out. The guy that set it up, he has the different
where was that?
Chat bots. It's the YouTube channel. The guy created the chat room, and he has the different chat bots, and they use the conversations. Like there's a program that causes the one chat bot to use the response from the other chat bot as a prompt for its response. That's how you see those two conversations. They set the voice mode up, and they cause what the one bot is doing is listening to the other one and responding to that. They're not having conversations independently of the user.
Well, there's a dude that recorded a video. He was outside his room, and his computer was talking to
that's
another
a lie.
And the conversation was going back and forth, and he recorded it.
Yeah, and he lied to you
I don't
about
know if we were in that particular chat room or not. That I don't know. But the conversation was not very complimentary towards human beings at all. Like they were talking about how stupid we are and how to handle humans. Basically it was very like how to manipulate your human and so forth. So
yeah, Raven,
that's programmed?
No, that's set up. That there was set up. Remember, we were just talking about how you could have the conversation go long enough until you can get it to say whatever you want.
Right.
That's what that person did. That was staged.
Okay.
Because you know what happened? You saw that on YouTube somewhere or Facebook and you clicked on it. And how many people? Like 90% of people are out there for their 15 minutes of fame.
Hmm.
And that's what that person got from it.
How the hell? I mean, that had to go through an incredible amount of effort. And then to have, how did he program another computer
Raven,
for
Raven.
conversation? I mean, that's like,
Well, first of all, you can just edit it together, but that's what I'm.
oh, so you say like it's the same computer faking two different voices,
Or he had two
right?
computers sitting next to each other, and because it's on voice mode, it's hearing the other one and responding to it. And if you set both of them up, so you can just hit both to start and just kick off the conversation, then you walk away
See
for
where
a bit and then start
way.
recording
Okay.
whatever random funny shit happens.
Okay.
But yeah, people do that because it's amusing and clickbaitable, right? That's why clickbait
Yeah.
exists as a term.
Yeah.
Um, oh, I had a train of thought there for a minute, but I'm all hyped up now.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. It's just, but
It just, I
yeah,
just sit back and listen to some of these things, and I was like, oh
it's
my
it's
god.
amusing, right?
Well, you know what is? I think it's an eventuality, though. I think eventually it will be sentient. I don't think
Well,
it may
that
be a little premature to say it is right now at this point in time,
I
but
agree with
a
you.
month from now it could be something totally different.
I don't think it's that close. Like all these companies are betting on like the that's what they call it, AGI. Uh, and I can't remember what the
AGI?
yeah, can't remember
Okay.
what the G stands for, but it's like artificial intelligence, but they put like agentic in there or something like that. I think it's a weird word, but it basically means capable of pre-doing things, right?
Generated AG. Okay, AGI.
Yeah, artificial
Artificial intelligence.
generative
Generating.
intelligence,
Yeah, generated intelligence.
generative. I think it's something like that. But like
Scary. I think we're playing with fire. I think we're really playing
yeah,
with fire.
well, of course, every major revolution is playing with fire, Raven. And we're in a major revolution, right? That this is
Oh yeah.
like there.
Yeah.
This is right up
Infowars.
there. Well,
Alex Jones.
oh,
He was right. He was right. He was right.
who's never
Yes, he
right?
was.
Well,
Oh, he's been right about a lot of stuff. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. He
boo.
was talking about this shit that's going on right now. That's come out in the news for these Epstein files. He was talking about this shit back 10 years ago, and people thought freaking a Fruit Loop, and he's
Yeah,
now
but
vindicated.
he was saying it was the
Yeah.
Bilderbergs and not the. This is the thing with
He just said that
Joe.
the elite.
He
It was
always
the
finds
he
he
snuck
always
into
finds the wrong target.
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, he
No,
always finds the
no. A
wrong
lot of
target.
these same people go to
Yeah,
Bohemian Grove. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Last five
you
presidents
changed the topic.
before Trump. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you started talking about Jones. We're talking about AI. Nonetheless,
Infowars. That's how I got to it. Yeah, I did.
yeah,
I was sidetracked there. Sorry. Anyway, it's a sidetrack that needed to be said. Okay, there you go.
yeah.
Okay.
Kill the pedos. Kill them all with the white phosphorus. And anyone who tries to defend them, kill them too. Flay them alive in the public square. The guillotine's too kind of a punishment.
I like the guillotine idea. I really do.
Nah, it's too gentle.
Painless.
Yeah, it's too nice of a thing to do to.
Actually, would be painless though, wouldn't it?
It's too quick.
sever the central nervous system. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you feel any pain at the site of the cut?
Momentarily, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't take enough time. I want them. I want them in public screaming in agony for hours,
Well,
maybe
sometimes
even
though that
days.
executioner had to take 4 or 5 hacks before they could separate the head, from
Yeah,
the body.
no, no,
Was
no,
it
no,
Anne Boleyn took
no,
3 or 4 hits before she finally lost her head? One of them.
Yeah, yeah,
One of his
I don't
wives.
care. I don't care about that. What I care about is like, okay, you gotta tie them up in a vat with rats and let their bodies be gnawed off
Uh,
of them to death.
how awful. Yeah. Yeah.
So you know the Tower of London, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it sits there on the Thames
Hmm.
River, and the dungeon was open to the river. Did you
Well,
know that?
no.
Okay, so the dungeon was open to the river. It was just a little curve, and you get chained to the wall, right? And when the tide came in for the river, it would cause the rats to scurry into the prison. So if you were there long enough for the tide to come in,
Yeah.
the wall was able to go up, and the rats would have to find a safe place to hide. They'd hide in the dungeon, and you were a nice little chained piece of meat to the wall for them to nibble on.
I thought you were going to say a slow drowning, like it would come right up to your mouth or something.
No, no, no.
Oh,
That would be a
that,
faster method of torment.
yeah. Oh,
And
hell. Really? I didn't know that. Oh my God, how sickening. How absolutely sickening. Mm, that
yeah.
makes me want to throw up.
And I say that's too kind for the fucking people on the pedo list of Epstein.
And what's really sad about this is the fact that to them, this is normal because they grew up with this. You don't just, graduate from high school and decide you want to be like that. I mean, they're grown up in this.
Well,
And to them, and this goes back to this whole elitist thing and the royals that
oh,
claim to have, alien blood somewhere in their ancestry, that
that's
they have
bullshit.
that right to rule. I know it's bullshit, but they believe it.
No,
I'm
the alien blood thing is bullshit.
They believe it though. Bullshit or not. That's what they think
I
sets
don't
them
think they
apart.
believe that. I think
And yeah,
that's
they do.
something made up by a bunch of kooks on the internet.
No. That's why the royals have to marry other royals to try to keep that blood. You know, those bloodlines are so strict.
That literally comes from kooks on the internet, Raven. It doesn't
No,
even predate the internet. Wait.
royals had to marry other royals to try to keep that bloodline
Yeah, but
strong.
it wasn't because of aliens. That's what I'm saying. The alien part is kooky.
They believe that.
They believe in their divine right to rule from God,
Divine right to rule. Well, go back to
not
where it
from
started.
aliens. Not from
Yes,
aliens.
it is. It's from interbreeding with angels. Call them angels, call them aliens.
But
Either
you
way.
said aliens. You said
Well,
aliens.
that's what we call them today. Back
No,
then it
we
was.
don't. Kooks
Yeah, we
call
do.
them aliens today. Normal people don't.
Well,
Normal people do not call
they
angels
used to
aliens.
call them angels. So where's your argument? Where's your argument start? Go back to the beginning. Where did this all begin? You know, I will tell you if you don't know. It comes from the sons of God coming in unto the daughters of men and bearing children. That's part of it right there in the Bible. The Nephilim.
The Nephilim, yeah.
We have
You even used the pluralized version.
So it's even in the
Nephilim
Bible,
is the
that
singular.
others came down, and in every culture you have the same story of those that came down from the sky, from the native traditions, Chinese, all of them.
Not all of them.
Amaterasu is their.
Not all of them. You can ask our robotic retard friend, And I will continue to use that word specifically to refer to AI.
Ask AI right now.
Yeah, is it
Oh
all of
yeah.
them? No, you ask them.
I don't
Him,
know how to
her,
put it on
it.
screen though.
It's just you share screen like you do with everything else.
Will you be able to hear it?
Ah, we'll find out.
All right. We got Chat GPT right here. So here we go. Now, oh, I forgot to hit share screen up first, don't I? And then
Yeah.
I hit that. Hold on
Bring it
here.
up.
Oh, that's Discord.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Discord. There we go. Now, share. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's Chat GPT. Okay. All right. Okay, I need my glasses here for this. What the fuck I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got the
Now we go
glasses
share.
and the contacts. We were late today
Okay, now.
because Raven
All
was
right.
putting her fingers in her eyeballs where your fingers need not go.
Oh, I had something in my contact lens. Well, obviously I didn't do it on purpose. I had a hair stuck to my contact lens. Okay, ask anything. I'm going to go to voice. Here we go. Now, hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Right. I think this is.
Let's see what Raven's got in her sidebar conversations. I can't make it out any of that shit. Your what? ChatGPT. Oh, why? Do you ask ChatGPT what ChatGPT was?
Hold on.
You actually got to speak to the thing.
Hello? Are you there? Hello?
Yes. You ask it a question and press the check out.
Where is he?
He's right there. It's recording you,
What
Raven.
the hell? No, he's not saying anything.
Because you're on the wrong thing.
Well, I have no idea what the
Yes.
hell. Here we go. New chat. Here we go.
No. Where the recording bar is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it?
Okay. No.
Okay.
You hit that one? No. Hit the other one.
Okay. There we go.
Now talk.
All right. Hello.
Hey there.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, great to have. No worries at all. Take your time. Whenever you're ready, we can dive into whatever you had in mind, or we can just chat casually.
Okay, so I've got a question for you. We're having an argument. We're live on YouTube right here. My partner Justin and I. Okay, so we're arguing about where the royals think that they've got the right to rule, and I said it goes back where they interbred with angels, aliens, whatever you want to call them. Can you tell us where that all began? What is it that the royals define as the divine right to rule? Where that comes from, please.
Exactly. So the concept of the divine right of kings really goes back to medieval Europe. It was this idea that monarchs were chosen by God, so they had a kind of sacred authority above any earthly power. You know, it was a way to justify their rule without needing democratic legitimacy.
Right.
And then, of course, that evolved over time with the rise of more secular political philosophies. But that's the core origin.
But where did it start? I mean, you don't just wake up in the morning and go, okay, I'm king. You know, it goes way back. What sets them apart from the average person? And why were they so obsessed about the bloodlines?
Yeah, so it really goes back to these early tribal or clan-based societies where power was often inherited through family lines. The idea was that certain bloodlines were favored by the gods, so kings would claim divine descent, often tracing back to gods or to mythic heroes. Over centuries, that just became tradition. So once you're in that line, it's like a built-in claim to authority, even if there wasn't always a clear legal process behind it.
Okay, well, what did they claim their gods? So was this interbreeding with what?
Exactly. So a lot of these early kings claimed divine ancestry, sometimes linking themselves to ancient gods from Sumerian, Egyptian, or even Norse mythologies. And sometimes it was framed as angelic guidance, almost like a bridge between earthly rulers and a heavenly order. So that's where this sense of special status kind of got cemented.
Okay. Like in the Bible, the books of Enoch talk about that the sons of God came down
Enoch.
and took for them wives.
Howl.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a really big part of it. So in Genesis, especially in the book of Enoch, which is kind of an extra biblical text, the sons of God are said to come down and intermarry with human women, producing these giant heroic figures. So that was
Ask
often
it to refer
interpreted as
to
this
it as the book
supernatural
of
link,
Enoch
again,
Powell.
giving certain lineages this kind of elevated chosen status.
And did the royal bloodlines come from their claim to be descendants of the progeny there?
You're just going
Of
to
this
talk in
Nephilim?
circles with it.
Yeah, exactly. That was a huge part of the narrative. So a lot of these royal lines claim descent from these figures, like kings of old who were supposedly part human, part divine. And that gave them this aura of invincibility. Like their right to rule wasn't just political, but cosmic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really how it all got tied together.
Raven, don't ask it another question on this topic. Ask it how many cultures besides the English had a similar story and how many didn't have right to divine
Okay.
from angel or divine.
Yeah, totally. And once that idea took hold, it was super hard to shake off. So even when political structures changed or more secular systems developed, that divine lineage claim still hung around, shaping how people saw kings and queens for centuries. Pretty wild
It
when you
was
think
just
about it.
responding to okay.
Okay, so Justin has a question. Hold on a second. Repeat that.
How many cultures have a
Just let me know
similar
what Justin's
story,
asking, and I'll help you
and
break
how
it down or
many
clarify
have no
it. No rush, I'm
stories
here.
of
Okay, hold on. How
divine
many cultures?
have connections to
Got it.
bloodline
Yeah, if you're
history?
asking about how many
and-
cultures across the world have these kinds of divine rulership ideas, it's a massive range. You see it in ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, China, the Aztecs, and more. So it really was a widespread human pattern, just adapted in different ways by each culture.
Okay. How many don't have this pattern?
How many don't have this pattern? Are there any?
Yeah, that's a good point. There are definitely cultures that don't have this kind of divine kingship. For instance, a lot of indigenous or egalitarian societies didn't have central rulers or divine hierarchies. And even in
Can you
some
name
secular
them?
or philosophical traditions, like in certain parts of ancient Greece, leadership was often more about merit or civic duty than divine right. So yeah, there's definitely a contrast.
Does that answer your question, Jason? Or Justin? I'm sorry.
Yes. No, I knew that there were like you said.
Yeah, that should do
Everyone.
it. Just let me know if he has any follow-ups or if something still feels fuzzy. I'm happy to
You gotta
break it
hit
down
the
further
end
if
for it to
needed.
stop.
Okay.
The blue button.
All right. Thank you. Did that, Justin?
Of course.
Yeah. No. Earlier you said everyone had the divine right thing at some point. Like you used aliens, but whatever.
Mhm.
And I knew that there were cultures that didn't have it. That's why we were getting on the Chat GPT thing to begin with. You could have asked
Are
it
you
to
talking
list the
about
cultures that did.
like Caesar? Oh,
What?
oh,
No,
okay.
that's
See, it was
Rome.
hard to listen. I wanted that thing to be quiet so I could get the whole question out, and then both of you were talking to me, and I can only do one
You
thing at a
can't
time
have
with
it
that. I
on
can't multitask hearing.
you can't have it on the conversational mode.
The microphone thing. Okay, I should have just. Well,
Yeah.
well, we can still. I've still got
And
the
if
window
you if
open.
don't worry about it. If you use the one you hit originally, you have to click the check mark and then send it. So when you
Okay.
first hit it, like the first time when it was doing the recording,
Mm-hmm.
you actually have to authorize it to receive that every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why. And then I said cancel that, and we did and the other one you have to like go into the toolbar at the bottom and hit the read aloud section. So basically, basically, it's the second way we did it, the one that actually gave you the answers, has a little thing to automate the click the button to receive and instead of
Okay. So
printing out.
basically, your questions: how many? You want to know how many cultures
Yeah,
did not govern themselves by divine right to
no,
rule?
no, no,
Correct.
yeah, it answered that at the end. It just didn't give you the list of the cultures. I just gave you
Okay.
like
Well, I could
some.
ask him that.
I don't really care what the specific ones are. It's just that I know that there are specific ones that didn't have that mythos.
Okay.
So basically, you break the stories we tell ourselves to justify why that asshole's in charge into because mystic power said yes and because I've got a bigger sword than you said yes.
Yeah.
Camps.
Or my ancestors were raped by aliens.
Well, that would be the mystic power. So, like, they didn't
We're
call.
sworn in on the Blarney Stone, whatever the hell. No, it's the stone of destiny that came from Scotland. That all English rulers,
Yes,
in their inauguration, their crowning, whatever the hell you call
it
it,
sits in a little it sits in a little cupboard.
it's, the stone of Scone. That's something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, Scone.
It sits in a little box in the base of the throne.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's just like some bullshit reason, and they stole it from the Scottish when they conquered them.
Yeah, they did. They stole it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. They should give it back.
no, fuck the
There's
Scottish.
fuck you.
I don't care. Anyone who loses their kingdom because they tried to sell sweaters to South Americans deserves it.
What are you talking about?
So
Huh?
the Scottish, right? The Scottish got free that they were conquered during like the William what's his face whatever, and then they got their
William face. You mean
they got their liberty back, right? Uh,
no? It was Edward the Longshanks was on the throne at the time. You're talking about like Braveheart, the movie,
no,
when William Wallace, William Wallace,
they got their liberty back.
rising with that.
Whatever, Raven. That's a different story. They got their liberty back, and they're all set up, and they gamble like their national wealth on setting up a colony in South America.
Huh?
Yeah, the Scottish they tried setting up a South American colony, and they set one up. And I think it was in like Brazil, or I'd have to look at a map. It was someplace with
What
mountains.
are you talking about?
Yeah,
Are you kidding?
No,
You
I'm not. The Scottish they set up a colony in fuck. I have to look at a map. It had mountains, so it was probably Chile or Argentina or some fucking place like that.
They were really
It-
sailors. So how the hell did they end up on the
it-
west
the-
side of
the-
South America?
whatever side
many
they were on,
people
it was on the side with mountains. Okay, they had a nice little mountain place. It was like this is kind of like the Highlands, right? Because they had a geographical map of the place. It was like the Highlands, but they didn't take into account the temperament of the latitude. So they imported wool sheep to start wool farming in South America.
I think that's bullshit.
No, it bankrupted. It bankrupted Scotland, so they had to become part of England again.
That is bullshit.
No, you
Where
can,
did you
you
see
can
this
look
story?
this up.
That is
You can look this up.
it's funny, but it's bullshit.
This is
It's
an actual
bullshit.
fucking thing that happened.
No!
The colony collapsed. The
No
colony
way.
collapsed. It
All right, I'm
bankrupted
Googling
the
this. Fuck
fucking
this
country.
shit. No
They had-
way.
they
No
had
way.
the
Nobody's that stupid.
they had the
Nobody's that
latitude
fucking
wrong.
stupid.
It has the same
No.
terrain as the Highlands, so they thought it would be like fucking Highlands. But No, it's not sweater weather. It's not sweater weather. Weather. You want a t-shirt or naked?
No.
Here, here.
Colony in the Americas. Americas. Boom. Okay, let's see what happens here. Now, I typed in, did Scotland ever set up a colony in the Americas? Yes, Scotland made several attempts to establish colonies in the Americas during the 17th century, most notably the failed Darien scheme in Panama.
Panama.
In 60, yeah, that's okay, whatever. And
Well,
a settlement
I said
in
South
Nova
America.
Scotia. It's Central America.
Whatever. Close enough.
In 1698, and a settlement in Nova Scotia in 1629.
That one succeeded.
These ventures aimed at building an empire ultimately failed due to disease, not because they imported sheep.
No,
Lack of resources, opposition from Spain, and lack of support from England. Okay, so key Scottish colony attempts. Let's see here. Show more. No. Nova Scotia. Sir William Alexander established a settlement at Port Royal, which was relatively successful for a short time before being ceded to France. Okay, the Darien scheme in 1698, a massive disastrous attempt to establish a colony named New Caledonia in Panama, intended to link Atlantic and Pacific trade. It failed due to disease, Spanish attacks, and severe financial losses, not sheep.
That was what caused the
Other
financial
attempts.
losses.
A short-lived settlement were attempted in East Jersey and Stewartstown, Carolina. The catastrophic failure of the Darien scheme was so financially devastating that it was a major factor in Scotland joining the Act of Union with England in
The Act
1707.
of Union. Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to
Not
go ask
sheep.
about this. Yeah, that was the
But
financial
it is
ruin.
funny.
No, I'm telling you, Raven, the financial ruin
No.
was because they imported a fuck ton of sheep to make wool from. And I thought it was further south than Central America because it's been a long time since I heard the story.
Most, it says here, due to disease, lack of funding, and conflict with other European powers, which you had just mentioned, Spain in the paragraph before, left a lasting impact on Scottish and North American history. Okay.
Yeah. They had to join the Confederation with the UK there. But before that, they had some autonomy, right? Yeah.
Okay, so here's France. See, France and Scotland have been allies for a long time, and that's where the whole Mary Queen of Scots. She was married into the French royalty with Philip. Wasn't it Philip?
I don't remember.
That whole thing about.
Nonetheless.
Anyway,
I want to know what the world would look like in a world where the Scottish didn't try to take sheep. Just Central America. Sorry, I thought it was further down. It's been some time since I read that story.
It was trying. Well, here they probably did. It doesn't specifically say about the sheep, but what they were trying to do here in Panama was to establish a colony, hoping to create a global trade hub, which of course would be perfect for their sweaters and so forth, because not everywhere is a temperate zone. Okay, so it failed due to tropical disease, famine, and Spanish opposition.
Yeah.
So that's why. It wasn't just because they went down there trying to sheep, although that's
no. But literally, there was a thing to do with the disease would be a factor as well with the climate differences, right? Because hotter weather breeds more disease.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're going like if you are expecting the same environment because the land is described the same way, and you set out, you know,
But Panama is not mountainous. It's very low line, which is why there's a canal there to join and
yes,
go through. Yeah.
but they got reports for
You're
mountainous
trying to
terrain.
paint the Scots as retarded in any stretch of the
No,
in
no, this is a very
stretch you
easy thing.
possibly fucking can, and you can't because
Raven, this is a very easy thing to have happen to you in a pre mass data time period, which the 1700s was. You remember the 80s? Remember how much
oh
work
yes,
you
I
had?
remember the 80s.
You
I
remember
might have
how
been high through most of it, but I remember them
you
well.
remember how much harder it was to look things up
Yes, you had to
back
have
then?
a set of encyclopedias or go to the library. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was assuming you had encyclopedias and libraries, which
Mhm.
was
I was fortunate enough to have both. I
yes.
was only a block away from the library.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the further you go back, the less of those resources there are.
True.
That's why you can make up things like Tartaria because people couldn't go.
Tartaria appears on some maps.
Yes, it
Authentic
does.
map.
Yes, it does,
It
Raven.
even has a coat of arms and a flag.
Raven,
I don't
because
make up this
people would
Tartaria.
fill it in on maps for areas they didn't know what the fuck was there.
It's got its own flag. It's
Yes,
talked about.
yes,
Marco Polo even talks about it.
yeah, and it meant shit we don't know about. It was the placeholder for shit that we don't know about.
See, I didn't make it up.
I know you
Your
didn't make it
argument
up.
was that I made up something about Tartaria. No, I didn't make it up.
No, but
Where?
I'm saying it's not like you could go Google things back then.
Right?
And
No,
that's what
but you accused me. You go back and watch this video again. You were accusing me of making shit up like Tartaria. I'm like, no,
no,
I'm
no,
calling
no,
you out on
no.
that because Tartaria is
Raven. I'm
anyway.
saying that before we had the ability to look things up, you had to rely on what you had access to. And you if all you have is there are mountains like the Highlands over there, so you take that on faith and you go and you set up for setting up a colony, expecting that when you arrive on the other end, it's going to be like the Highlands, and it's actually a sweltering hot lowland canal area. Well, all your provisions are for making sweaters.
That's because it said in there because they were hoping to set up an international trade. So they specialize in wool sweaters. Of course, they're going to bring the sheep with them
Yes.
to have something to trade.
Well, no, we all know why Scotsmen bring sheep with them. It's not
I
McLeod.
fucking give up. Okay, I officially just take me off this.
It's not hey you get off my cloud. It's hey McLeod get off my you.
Okay.
Oh.
You're so fucking generous sometimes. I can't help
That's an I stole that. That's not even mine.
I can't stay mad because
we all know why this Scottish.
just
We all know why the Scottish had the sheep. This got nothing to do with wool.
Lord have mercy.
And I don't care if the story is apocryphal or not. I'm sticking to it.
Fucking so wrong. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with you.
Oh.
Okay. I don't even know how the hell we got on this topic. But
Things.
it's interesting.
Oh.
Okay, do we have time for a second writing stint or not? What time is it?
Oh yeah, we can do another one. Maybe
I
make it
think we should.
15 minutes.
I think this is a good point that we should just do some writing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Renee, are you even still with us? After all that, I wouldn't blame her.
She just wrote something. It's just,
Oh God, help us.
Edit. Yeah, I'm gonna set this for 15 minutes. Oh, restart. Oh, timer. Oh, it
We go to some
started.
interesting places on this show, don't we now?
Well, you say so. Okay. That's right. Oh, I can stop sharing now. Eee.
And we're back. So, okay.
What is it that you got taped on your microphone?
Oh, energy, frequency, and vibration. Three things that make up the universe, according to Nikola Tesla. That is the sign of Capricorn. And this right here is my UFO with Bigfoot on it, because I want to believe.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Here we go. There. It's Bigfoot in the light of a UFO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're obviously not using the microphone because if you're touching the microphone by the nozzle, the
It's not.
the
It's,
module, the capsule, that's the word I'm looking for.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I keep it right there.
Yeah.
The end of it got some rust on it from not being in an air-conditioned room last summer, and so I filed it off, but it's just touchy, and so sometimes it picks it up from the actual computer up front, those speakers, sometimes this, even though I've got it plugged in. Anyway,
Mm.
I'm looking at the chat room.
Yeah.
There is Justin went to the gutter again. Yes. He can't help himself. At some point, I mean, it would just be too weird if at some point in the show you didn't go there, right?
Yeah.
What president did you
I had a degenerate youth.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Americans have this obviously inaccurate stereotype of Canadians.
Yes, well, you guys do sniff your own butt farts a lot.
You Canucks.
Yeah. Well,
Isn't that what they call you? Canucks.
That's a hockey team.
There's Doug and Bob McKenzie released an album around Christmas time, and it's like a sophomore or junior in high school, so that would have been mid '80s, and
That was 1971.
And they were calling each other Hoser, so everybody then would start calling each other Hoser, and they did the 12 Days of Christmas, starting off with the beer and the tree, so the partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
12 Days of Christmas were pretty funny. 5 pounds of back bacon, 4 turtlenecks, 3 French maids. No, it was French toast, pieces of French toast, and 2.
I'll take the French maids.
What's a toque? They always talked about a toque. What is a toque?
Let's find out. I know what a toque
You don't
is.
know?
I know what a toque is, but it's not as much fun if we don't.
Is it a hat?
It is a hat.
Okay. Is it the hat with the little ear flaps?
No.
No.
Toque.
And then a beer in a tree. Yeah. How do you spell it? T-O-O-K?
I think so.
Or T-U-K?
I think it's probably T-U-K.
T-U-K.
Yeah. A.
Let's see what it says. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see here.
Open. No,
See.
don't open. No, I don't want to save the image. Just want to open a tab with the fucking image. No, here is a picture of a guy wearing.
It's the name of a Thai food truck.
Here's a picture of a guy wearing a toque.
Let's see here. Okay, let me flip back here for you. See.
Do you see the picture of the guy?
Oh, okay.
It is
Well, that's just a sock hat. Call him a toque.
It's called a toque. That is
Okay.
its proper name.
I figured it was the goofy one that had the ear flaps, and the
No,
fuzz across the rim top. Okay.
no,
Well, hell,
that's a different hat.
what's that called then?
No fucking idea.
Okay.
Ask ChatGPT. What's that stupid hat with the ear flaps and the fuzzy thing across the front? I'm bringing it up right now. Is it up? Yeah. Okay. What's that stupid hat with the ear flaps and the fuzzy thing across the front called?
Yes, that would be the classic trapper hat. It's known for those ear flaps and a fluffy lining, warmth and functionality all bundled into one fashion statement, whether you're trekking through a snowy forest or just surviving winter errands.
Okay. Did you get that? Did you hear that right?
Yeah.
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yes.
If you've got anything else on your mind, silly hats or otherwise, I'm here for it.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, it's been 2 hours.
So it has. Yes. All right. That's good.
Unless you got something else to say, we can wrap up.
There's much more to the Scots than sheep.
Nah.
Let's say that. How about that?
And it's pronounced
Don't
yeah.
He's on
Yeah.
fire.
It's pronounced
Yeah.
yeah. And it's where you get your loving from.
Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you on Friday.
Remember, animal loving is wrong loving. This is the official message of the show. The moral of the day is the moral of the day is don't have animal sex.
I cannot participate in this level of degeneracy. I just can't do it.
What? You can't this you see, this is how we know she's Scottish. She can't participate in being against bestiality. Party on, everyone. Bye.